Welcome to the Bodhi Academy. My name is Shrutika and today let us learn chapter level from 7th standard textbook, that is transportation in plants and animals. So, so we all know that transportation means to carry things from one place to another. Okay, and our body needs and our body requires different nutrients and oxygen for its functioning. So how this nutrients and oxygen is carried in our body, which is required for the functioning of our body? Let us learn how the transportation process takes place in organism in this chapter today. So the main system which is important in transportation in animals, that is in human beings, is circulatory system. So let us first study what is circulatory system. So a circulatory system So what is a circulatory system? So in our body where there are various systems or various organs which are essential in transportation, which are important in transportation of nutrients and oxygen. So first let us study what is circulatory system and how circulatory system helps in transportation of the nutrients and oxygen. So first is the circulatory system. The circulatory system or blood circulation system is the main transport system in human beings and animals. It makes food, water, oxygen available to every part of the body and helps in removing waste from the body, that is in form of urea and carbon dioxide. The circulatory system consists of, so the circulatory system, it is mainly made up of the three components, that is blood vessels and heart. So circulatory system, it is divided into three main components. First is the blood, then comes the blood vessels and the heart. Okay, so in our today's class what we will learn is the blood, what is blood, what it is made up of, and the different function of blood. So today what we will cover is blood, which is the first constitute of circulatory system. So what is blood now? So blood is a form of blood is a fluid tissue that flows in the blood vessel. It is red in color and it flows through a network of tubes in whole body called as the blood vessels. So blood is pumped to every part of the animal by heart. So heart is the organ which pumps the blood, and blood flows in the body through what? A network of tubes called as the vessels, blood vessels. So blood consists of four components. So blood basically consists of four components. The first component is the plasma, then the red blood cell, the white blood cell, and the platelets. So these are the four components of blood. So this blood is made up of plasma, in which the red blood cell, white blood cell, and platelets are suspended or they float in the blood. So plasma is the main component. It is like a fluid component which will consist of the other three components, that is the red blood cell, white blood cell, and the platelets. So plasma, red blood cell, white blood cell, and platelet together makes up the blood. So these are the main four components of blood. So this is about blood. So now let us understand each of the component in detail. So the first component is plasma. So what is plasma now? So plasma, it is the sticky liquid part of the blood which is pale yellow in color. So it is like it is little thick liquid which is pale yellow in color. It is 90% water and 3.5% common salt. So plasma is made up of 90% water plus 3.5% common salt. Contains dissolved substances such as digested food and waste product and carry them from one part to another part in the body. So this is what plasma is. So plasma is basically a sticky liquid part of the blood which is pale yellow in color, and it is basically made up of 90% water and 3.5% common salt. And what is the main function? The main function is it helps in carrying the dissolved food and waste product from one part to the other part of the body. So this is about plasma, that is the first component of blood. Now let us see the second component of blood, that is red blood cells. So red blood cells, RBCs, short form it is called as red blood cell, that is RBC, are red in color due to the presence of a pigment called hemoglobin. So RBCs consist of a pigment called as hemoglobin, which give it a red color. So this hemoglobin pigment carries oxygen by binding with it. So oxygen binds to the hemoglobin in the red blood cell, and then this is how the oxygen is transported from inside different parts of our body and ultimately to all the cells of the body. It is the presence of hemoglobin which makes the blood appear red. So hemoglobin gives the red blood cell or our blood red color, okay, and it forms, and it also helps in carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide from the various parts of the body is transported back by binding again to the hemoglobin. It forms a carboxy hemoglobin complex with CO2, and this CO2 is expelled out of the body. Through what? Through respiration, through our nostrils. This carbon dioxide is removed from our blood. So hemoglobin is responsible for taking transporting the oxygen to various parts of the body, and also collecting all the carbon dioxide which get dissolved in our blood from different parts of the body, and then through the lungs and through our nostrils it is given out or exhaled out from our body. So this is the function of red blood cell in our body, and this is how the red blood cell, the composition of red blood cell is. So the third component is the white blood cell. So what are white blood cells? So white blood cells are basically WBC. They are also called as WBCs, that is white blood cell, and they are main function is protection. So they are the fighter cells in our body. So white blood cells they help in fighting against infection and protects us from diseases. So white blood cell, what they do is they eat the germs, okay, they target the bacteria that causes disease, and this is how they help in increasing our immunity. And white blood cells also make antibodies that fight against the infection. Okay, so main function of white blood cell is to protect our body from any foreign material and to prevent the diseases which are caused by different microorganisms in our body. So it is the function of white blood cell. So the fourth component is platelets. So platelets are basically small, irregular, tiny fragments of special cells formed in the bone marrow. So platelets are basically formed inside the bone marrow, and it is a very important component of our blood. Why is it important? Because if we get a cut in our body, okay, the blood will flow out of the wound, and to prevent the excessive flow of blood from our body, the platelets will form clots, okay, and then that will prevent the flow of the excessive blood from our body. So this is how the function of platelet is, and this is how it is important in our blood. So if the platelets are not present in the blood flow from the cut of or wound will not stop, causing excess blood loss, which may lead to fatal to a person, leading to death. Okay, so this is how platelets is very important in the blood. So these were about the four main components of the blood. Now let us see what are the functions of blood. So the main function of blood is to transport substances like digested food from the small intestine to the other parts of the body. Then it helps in carrying water to all parts of the body. It carries oxygen and carbon dioxide during circulation, so it supplies oxygen, and then it also helps in removal of the carbon dioxide during circulation. Then it carries waste products like urea from the liver to the kidney for excretion in urine. Okay, so it also blood also helps in carrying the waste that is from the liver to the kidney, and then that urea is excreted out from our body in form of urine. So it also protects the body from diseases, as it consists of white blood cells and red blood cells. Those are helping in protection from foreign diseases. So these are the main functions of blood. So today what we have learned in our classes, what is a circulatory system, then what are the main components of a circulatory system. From that we have studied in detail about blood and the components of blood, that is plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets, and the functions of blood. So thank you for watching today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.